Are you thinking about how lucky we are to have strong bones? May 6th is Wishbone Day, the day of osteogenesis imperfecta awareness. We used to call this brittle bone disease, and now we know it as OI. I honor this day because I have my own personal hero. Cheyenne was 12 when I met her, a human dynamo, impossibly good-natured, kind, and helpful as the day is long. Cheyenne volunteered for me in the library. First to arrive, last to leave, a non-stop worker. Since that time, Cheyenne has broken more bones than I knew we had. And she has endured a mind-boggling array of treatments, some experimental, some successful. But don't listen for any whining because Cheyenne is far too busy. Last year, she graduated from college with a degree in forensic psychology, and she is just now starting graduate school. I think this happened for two reasons. First, Cheyenne has extraordinary patience, tolerance, goodwill, superhuman strength, and an awesome brain. Second, people started to pay attention to osteogenesis imperfecta. Now there are studies, and treatments, and hope. Lots of hope. So this week, I hope you will think about OI. If you want to learn more, Wishbone Day is a good start. Wishboneday.com. OI gets really heavy really fast. But if you want to learn about honest-to-goodness superpowers, make friends on Wishbone Day. Welcome to Monday Morning Book Buzz. I'm Heather from the Bay County Public Library. I'm here today at the United Methodist Church in St. Andrews, where this fabulous new playground has just appeared. And it's got some regulations, but it's open. You should try it out. If you want to read a story about OI, I recommend Jodi Picoult's book, Handle with Care. This was published in 2009, and it's still the best story going with OI as a feature. This is a heartbreaking story about a girl with osteogenesis imperfecta. Like all of Jodi Picoult's books, you get a real opportunity to walk in someone else's shoes and to see the issues up close and personal from every direction. Happy May! I think primarily May is Mother's Month. So that's what we're going to talk about today, books with mothers. First up, The Book of Lost Friends, a novel by Lisa Wingate. This was published in 2020. This is the story of three young women whose lives are irreversibly roughed up in the aftermath of the Civil War. Hanny is recently emancipated, engaged in a life or death struggle to find actual freedom, before she is locked down in revisionist servitude. She is determined to find her family, sold away from her when she was a little girl. She only has a few scraps of information, a name and a birth year. But Hanny is all about determination. In spite of the laws against it, she learns to read and write. Eventually, she will compile a book of all the bits and pieces of lost family and friends she finds on her journey. Her unlikely companions on the journey include the plantation owner's daughter, who awakes in her once grand mansion, now in flames, to find her pampered existence in tatters, and her father has vanished. And we have also the happy love child of that same vanished lord of the manor, whose status as dearly beloved is shattered. And she too must find a way to survive. Dressed as boys, the three very different girls head to Texas on a wild adventure, desperately seeking safety, freedom, and family. Meanwhile, we also visit with a contemporary young woman, a fledgling teacher, her students' project, uncovering and dramatizing the Book of Lost Friends from those many years before, gives us a fascinating perspective. The conspicuous absence of mothers is a driving force in this book. Mothers are lost in all sorts of ways, and the impact is profound. The Book of Lost Friends by Lisa Wingate. Next, we have The Mothers by Britt Bennett. Everyone is a mother somehow in this complex story. But what is motherhood anyway? This first novel caused a lot of stir. Britt Bennett weaves a whirlwind story of secrets inside of secrets. Betrayals and revelations are rampant, and before you can catch your breath, it starts all over again. There's a teen pregnancy, a suicide, a church, a marriage, and a cadre of mothers who watch the world go round, choosing to help or not to help, with a dynamic mix of compassion and disdain. This is what I can't explain. It's not dark. You want to keep reading to get to know these people. It's not a story of romance or family problems. It's the people who capture your attention. The Mothers by Britt Bennett. Do you want to get completely lost in a book? Well, here you go. We Love You, Charlie Freeman, written by Kaitlyn Greenidge and published in 2016. Now, this book will twist up your head, so consider yourself warned. But Kaitlyn Greenidge is an excellent writer. She's pretty new and extremely talented. She has a new bestseller just out now, and I wanted to go back and see her first novel to see what the hype is about. And I'm not kidding when I tell you this plot. The Freeman family, 2 girls, a mom, and a dad, leave their home in Boston to take a new job in a research institution with a new sibling. So the Black family from Dorchester lands in the white Berkshires, where they are introduced to their newest family member, Charlie Freeman, who happens to be a chimpanzee. They are to raise Charlie as a sibling and teach him sign language as a part of the research project. All the familiar issues, as you can imagine, are here. Socioeconomic disparity, male domination in science, the overriding context of racism, and the baffling dynamic of living in a science experiment. Don't let the oddity deter you. This book is beautifully written. We Love You, Charlie Freeman is like a disaster. It's fascinating, sensuous, puzzling, and creepy, but you can't look away. Written by Kaitlyn Greenidge. Happy Mother's Day. Wear your mask and stay safe. I'm Heather from the library. Happy reading.